Hello, it's the 9th of August, 1993. We're in Yongsan, South Post. We're over in the South Post housing area. I went over to the housing office today and asked them if I could get a key to a open three-bedroom townhouse style home, which is what you guys would be getting, Mike, if three-bedroom, as we mentioned the other night on the telephone. When you all come over in the November time frame. Hard to see how long you'll actually be in Dragon Hill, but typically, let's see, we were probably there the longest of anyone in Just Mag, and that was for about 5 weeks. But Dragon Hill is a beautiful place. It's a beautiful hotel here right on South Post, and it's got all the amenities. It's a beautiful place. Although for 5 weeks you get kind of sick of anything that time, no matter how nice it is. But this is just to give you an idea. Now, this won't be the house that you get, if you will, but it's to give you an idea. My daughter Kayla, 6-year-old, is going nuts here, so got a cool energetic. Come on, you guys, this is serious. But this gives you kind of an idea of the type of housing that you can look at when you come in. Of course, they'll have units available for you to look at as soon as you get settled in and what have you. But I went over to Dragon Hill today and made reservations for you and your family. Got the army again. So y'all are set in there from the 10th of November on. You can stay there in like 30-day increments or whatever, and of course you'll be reimbursed for that. Booked you into a family suite there, which is really, there goes my daughter. It's hot today, so she and a friend have been out in the swimming pool. Hi. Say hi to the Carlsons, you guys. Okay, good. This is Catherine Moore. She lives just right next door to where we are. This kid is a character. Oh well. So let's go in. We'll go in and tour the house, the 3-bedroom house that they gave me the key for today, and we can go in and check that out. Now, hopefully, that'll give you a little bit of an idea. I'm mailing those the 35mm photographs for you that of the 4-bedroom place, but of course the house size the house that you get, of course, dependent upon the number of dependents that you have. So, and with 2 kids, you end up with a 3-bedroom, unless you just get lucky. Who knows? We'll keep our fingers crossed. But again, this is to give you an idea of kind of a typical housing area. There are 3 housing areas that would be available to us, from lieutenant colonels down, basically, and below. You would be in either this one, which is Loring Village, but everyone knows it as Blackhawk Village. It's located right behind the commissary over on South Post. All the housing, of course, is on South Post. Also, another one is called Krasowski Hills, and that one is known as Itaewon Acres. That's and known for that reason because it's right next to the big shopping area of Itaewon. Very easy access to shopping. And then finally, the other one is called Eagle Grove, and I can't think of the formal name of that one, but Eagle Grove Housing. And that one is pretty centrally located. As I say, when you arrive in November, check in with the housing office. They'll be able to tell you which units are available for you to go and review and see which one you want. Now, when we came here in November of '90, they only gave us one choice. They said, you take this one or you don't take anything. And fortunately, it turned out pretty good for us. But let's go inside the house. We'll give you a little bit of a walkthrough tour and see what you think, okay? Okay, we're fading out for now.
No, don't fade out!
Upstairs, I believe all the 3-bedroom units are upstairs. You don't have any yard to worry about. There's not much yard to worry about anyway. We're on a downstairs, in a downstairs 2-bedroom. But typically you don't have much to fool with. You know, this little strip here basically, and then there's usually a patch of backyard area there too. But there's not much to worry about. Any kind of lawn care or garden care, things that you need to bring, I'd say just keep it to a minimum. I wouldn't worry about a mower or anything like that. Even if you do have a lawn to take care of, you can check out push mowers, which are usually in pretty good shape, or you can get a gas mower, but you basically have to arrange to use that with other neighbors, and it gets a little more complicated. With a small patch of grass that we have, a yard that we have, we just do a push mower. You get to keep that as long as you're here. So there goes the army again, boy. There we go. Here's a picture of it. Kind of a beautiful day in Seoul. No, actually, it's not too bad. I should mention also that each you get your own parking space for each of the places, for each of the locations. It's specifically designated for your house. Again, only one car in Yongsan per family, and that's the real pain in the neck. That gets a little tough to get used to. But they've got a good shuttle bus system here, and AFIS cabs and all that type of thing. Oh, here's some of the neighborhood kids. Say hi, neighborhood kids. Hi, neighborhood kids. Okay, good enough. Well, let's walk in here and just kind of see what's going on. Tennis shoes everywhere. Let's see. Hi, hey, welcome. Nice looking place you have here. Now, it's going to be tough. These places are relatively small, but at least this will give you kind of an idea. You walk in here, they're known as the caves because they are pretty dark, okay? Come on, you guys. No help, please. Here are closet areas. Again, that are so dark. Let's turn on lights, you guys. Let's get some lights turned on, okay? Go around and turn on lights. That's a phone intercom system to the front door, a small speaker out there that you can use. This area is we're walking into a family room type area. People can convert it into a number of different things. You can set it up any way you want. There's a small closet here. Now these vents, it's oil type of heating, and these vents we typically put the fiberglass insulation material over the front of them, and you can rig that up. Your neighbors can certainly show you how to do that because it traps a lot of those oil particles. It sounds pretty gross, I guess it really is, but you can trap a lot of that, and the places stay pretty warm. I mean, the heating and cooling are very adequate for the most part. Like I say, your neighbors can show you how to set that up for the filtration system. Here is the typical kitchen. These are not two-way cabinets, if you will. They don't open up from this side. We've got shelves here. Now in our house, in our two-bedroom place, we have videotapes we keep down here. That's one thing I should mention to you, to stock up on your videos. We've bought a lot since we've been here. Here we've got, let's see, a bathroom just off to the side here. Should be two bathroom, shower, bath shower combination there. Okay, we'll go on in, and I'll give you a little better view of the kitchen. Okay. Now, I was starting to mention earlier that with the lawn, dishwasher built in, with the lawn, any kind of garden things that you need or any type of repair work that you need, they're pretty good about coming out to get things fixed right away. Lawn care and that type of thing, there's a self-help store that you have access to just over here on South Post, over by the 121 hospital. And it's they keep pretty well stocked. In fact, in the spring they do flowers. Quiet, you guys, come on, this is serious. Flowers that they'll put out in the spring, and you can do planting and all that type of thing if you'd like. They're very well stocked. This will give you an idea of the typical Army furniture, and it's actually not bad. It's pretty comfortable. They give you some lamps. There's a whole list of things that they will provide to you. And and the furniture is fairly heavy. Like I say, for the 2 years that you'll be here, it's not bad. It'll get you through. I would highly recommend not to bring a lot of your own stuff. We left a lot of our stuff just in storage. And I'll send you that list of items that they will provide, that the housing office will provide. And like I say, it's pretty good furniture. You may want to bring some carpets. They'll give you a couple of area carpets, as you see here. They provide, I think, 2 of these, if I'm not mistaken, and some lamps. But I'll send you that list, and you can check it out from there, okay? And just decide. Storage is kind of limited. You can see here out the back door. Can we get out there? Well, let's see. Let's take a look. Okay, let's head on out here for a second, Mike, and we'll give you an idea. Now this one's kind of a neat little unit because it overlooks the playground area here. We spend a lot of time out there. But this, if we can open this up, this will give you an idea of the shed. No, it's locked up, but it's a fairly good sized shed area, and most of them now have shelving units in them that the previous residents have put in. So that gives you kind of an idea there. Again, walking in, and I wish I could pull back a little bit and give you an even better view. You can see the type of lighting that they have here. We leave lights on a lot because these places are known as the caves, as I was saying earlier, the dungeons or whatever, because they do stay very dark, especially in the hallways there. Okay, there's a little cutaway into the kitchen. There's Catherine. Okay, there's another one of the heating and cooling ducts. Another one there. Okay, over here to give you an idea of this type of setup here. Okay, that's how it looks there for your temperature controls. Okay, let's run on upstairs. Here's another storage area here before we go upstairs. This is kind of nice. I've seen all kinds of uses for this between a storage area. Oh, very good. Thank you, guys. Storage area. Now, one friend of mine had his computer set up in there and used it as a little office. It was really pretty nice. It kind of winds around there on the side. So you'll have something like that you can plan on using. Whoops, there we go. Very low lights going up these stairs. So lead to all your bedrooms now. There's your washer and dryer. You'll have that all set up for you. And there's the other bathroom off to the side. Let me get some lights turned on here for you. Okay. Again, that gives you a pretty good idea of the setup there. Again, fairly limited storage. That gets to be old after a while, but these places aren't bad. Here's the, let's see, looks like a smaller bedroom. Not too familiar with these 3-bedroom size places. But you can see the type of furniture that they have set up in here. And they'll do the curtains and everything too. Now, unless you just, if you want to bring over material, bring over your curtains, things like that, that's fine. Here's the adjacent bedroom to that one. Okay. Like I say, all this furniture is pretty heavy. It's good stuff. It's not real cheapy stuff. It's not totally Salvation Army. It's pretty good. Very small closets there. I'm coming in right now. Thank you. Okay, here's a little bit of storage area here. Towels and that type of thing. Okay, now we'll go into the master bedroom where the kids are located, and I'll kind of pan around here a little bit for you to get an idea. I have the floor plans information, and I'll send that to you. There are a couple of lamps. So here's the bed that we brought over our own bed. So and we just basically turned in any of the furniture that, as we bought things here or whatever, we would just turn in furniture. They'd come and pick it up, and so your place didn't become just overcrowded to the max. Although we've been here for almost 3 years, and it's with the stuff we're buying, it's our little 2-bedroom starting to max out. Oh yeah, okay. Now here's a little half bath right in here. Let's get a light on in here so you can see this. And no, it's more than a half. It's a full bedroom, or a bathroom rather, actually. So it looks pretty good. Not bad, not bad. Yeah, at one point we were gonna do one of these, a 3-bedroom. But after the birth of my second daughter, but we decided just to stick around and we are pretty well settled in our 2-bedroom. Let me open this up a little bit more for you so you have a little bit better idea how that looks. Sorry, we're kind of jumping around here just a bit, but again, this is just to give you an idea of the setup. If you would kind of compare this tape to the floor layout of a typical 3-bedroom, it'll give you the dimensions. Now, this bedroom feels like it's pretty good size, actually. But as I say, that'll have the exact dimensions in it, that floor plan. And you've got your little smoke alarms up here. And all that is provided. You just, test them once a year type of thing. And it's pretty good. It's not bad. And here, looking down the stairs. So it's actually a good setup with regards to basically 3 bathrooms, or what would be considered 2.5 bathrooms. Yeah, oh no, we did the laundry. Do we have the light? Where's the light here? Is that on? Let's turn on the light in here. There it is. Okay, give you a better idea. Sorry, this is very improv here as we go. So that'll work out real well. Now somebody's scheduled to move into here next week. Okay, you guys, let's hit the lights. Let's turn the lights off. And we'll run in here again. Kind of pan down on the driveway and give you an idea how things look from up here. Like I say, kind of a yucky overcast day today, but normally the sky's what do we call it? Polluted blue? Is that what we call it? But it's a really very polluted city. Air quality is usually pretty yucky. But lately it's been, this last year really has been much better. So I don't know if weather conditions are just causing that or what, but it's, again, for 2 years, it'll work out okay. Okay, let me sign off and we'll turn out lights and lock this door up, and we'll probably pan a little bit more from outside and get some other facilities, some pictures of other facilities before we mail this tape off to you. So, signing off for right now. I thought we'd take just a moment and walk through the little playground area here. How we're kind of set up here a bit. Usually all kinds of kids all over the place. I'm sure there, for your girls, there'll be ample babysitting opportunities. Probably make $1 million, who knows? But there are usually lots of opportunities for that type of service around here. So again, this is kind of the typical little setup that they have, little townhouse type setup, and they're really not bad. Not bad at all. Hopefully your time for waiting to get in here out of Dragon Hill will be less than ours. So again, it's not too bad. Okay. I'll walk you right up here. I hope that little walking tour of the house gives you somewhat of an idea of what to expect. So here we are. Method of cooling down around the Berg home. Right there. That in the window. Catching some Z's. Whatever, no video camera. Okay. Well, like I say, what we'll do is we'll go over and get Dragon Hill Lodge. I want to shoot, let's see, probably the Moyer Rec Center, maybe hit the Just Mag building a little bit for you and get that in the mail. Let me see what else you want to get. Maybe the Just Mag Club, just a few other things, just to give you an idea what to expect. And then hopefully that'll prepare you a lot better. And certainly let's talk about the things. I'll try to include that in letters too, as far as what things I would recommend for you to bring and not to bring. So much can be left at home because so much is provided here, but I'll give them those details later. Okay, we're signing off for now. Here's a view of the commissary. It's located over on South Post. We were just in Blackhawk housing area a few moments ago there on the tape, and the commissary is located pretty much right in front of Blackhawk Village. I understand this commissary is the largest one in the Pacific. It's pretty well stocked, actually. They do pretty well. There'll be some things, of course, that you'll you'll miss some things that you won't see over here. But for the most part, and I would recommend on that note too, if you do have some favorite products, it's kind of funny. We had some cleanser and some other things that a specific kind that we'd like to use, some other things, just small things that we pretty much just packed on our own and mailed a box of that stuff over. That's probably true with anything. I would recommend that for auto parts and what have you too, especially if you might have a little more unique automobile. But I'll talk more about that in a few minutes. The commissary, as I say, is pretty well stocked. They used to have quite a problem, and they still do to some extent with black marketing. However, now uh, when you go in, they check your ID, and when you finish your shopping and get your goods as you're walking out the door, they verify your receipt against your ID card and what have you. So they're starting to crack down on that quite a bit more. But as I say, it's pretty adequate. I think you'll find it will suffice over the couple of years that you and your family are here. On South Post, this is the driving range that is over next to Comiskey's, and I'll show you that in just a moment. When I first got here in November '90, they still had the golf course on Yongsan, and it's located right across the street from this driving range. Well, that about a year after we got here, it was turned over to the Korean government for conversion to a park, if you will, a park area. So the land was returned, and now about 10 miles away from here is Sungnam Golf Course, and that's the replacement. I don't know if you're a golfer or not. Colonel Edwards' boss is quite a big golfer. He really enjoys that. The driving range is kind of difficult to get for all the Koreans, but whatever. It's still available. I understand they're starting to construct a new driving range across the street over here too, and that should be fairly nice. Hopefully you can take advantage of that. It's kind of a nice facility here. Let me pan over and show you Comiskey's for a second. That used to be what was known as the Sportsman's Club. Again, when we first arrived, and now known as Comiskey's. It's a nice restaurant. It really is. They, in fact, kind of the novelty there is that they have a live lobster tank, and it's fairly reasonably priced. I guess about $25 somewhere in that area for lobster. I think that's pretty reasonable. So that's quite a nice place to eat, and we get takeout from there because we have small kids and it's kind of difficult to go out to eat sometimes unless we do the babysitter routine. But every now and again we'll do takeout from there, and they do a nice meal. Okay, we'll run over to the Embassy Club, still on South Coast. Okay, I'd like to show you on our video tour of Yongsan. It's formerly known as U.S. Embassy Association Club, or everybody just refers to it as the Embassy Club. We are members of the Embassy Club primarily for the convenience of check cashing, which works out really well. They have a $200 a day limit, but that's usually more than adequate now. You can get, of course, dollars and won here, and it makes it very convenient. And they have very good hours, so there's no problem with that at all. We just go to the front cashier cage there, and you'll have a card, a regular membership card, and you sign up and write your U.S. checks, and you can get those cashed very quickly. Like I say, the convenience is that it's located on South Post. It's just a few minutes from any of the housing areas, so it makes it very handy. If you don't have something like that set up, or if you're not a member of the Merchants Bank here, which you can certainly do that too, they have an outlet in Dragon Hill, an office in Dragon Hill, and one over on Main Post also. The main Merchants Bank facility is located over on Main Post. But And we were members of Merchants Bank for a while. However, it just got we had some problems with them. We just weren't very satisfied with the service. But don't let that taint your decision. Whatever you folks want to do, of course, is your call. We've always been very happy with it, the Embassy Club, and the dues are fairly reasonable. I believe they're about $72 a year, something like that. So they're fairly reasonably priced. And there is also a barber shop in the back of the club, right around the corner there in the parking lot area. You can see that. And then there is a Class 6 store that has a real good selection of wines and liquor. So, okay, well, let's continue on down the road on our tour. From the Embassy Club, again, still on South Post, is a Burger King. They seem to be everywhere on military installations anymore. They've got a regular drive-through setup and a sit-down restaurant too. So that's kind of a nice little convenience. We've spent a lot of time with Burger King in the 3 years we've been here. Not sure if we're going to see one for a long time when we get back to the States. Don't know if we'll visit one for quite a while. But it's been okay. It's worked out pretty well. Now, right next door to Burger King is a Popeyes restaurant. So let's go over and shoot that. Now, this one's fairly new. This one's actually less than a year old. Gosh, in fact, I think it opened up, I think, about May time frame or so of this year, possibly. Yeah. And it's got a drive-through also, and I'm sure you're probably pretty well familiar with the menu or the fare that it offers, chicken and that kind of thing, and it's pretty good. It's not bad. So you have a couple of fast food type of places on base. Now over on Main Post, you've got some other fast food type operations, also like food court type setups within Dragon Hill, which you can see the back of Dragon Hill Lodge right from here, from the Popeyes restaurant. In Dragon Hill, we've got an Anthony's Pizza. You've got all kinds of restaurants in there. Green Street, which is more family style dining. Sable's, which is a real nice exclusive type restaurant that kind of save for special occasions. There's Bentley's Pub, which is kind of a nice little bar arrangement in there. It's pretty neat. I'm sure I'm forgetting some, but during your stay there, during your family stay at Dragon Hill, you'll be able to explore all the different places that they have to eat, but and food they have available. But like I say, it's you won't go hungry here. That's for sure. You may get a little tired of the lack of variety at times, but there's enough for the most part to keep you pretty well satisfied, I would think. Okay, well, I'm gonna fade out now. We'll get to high school, which is right across the street. Mention the high school, Seoul American High School, is right across the street from Burger King and Popeyes. How convenient for the kids, right? But that's the facility there. The main classrooms and buildings are located there. That big white building in the background, by the way, Mike, is the Ministry of National Defense building. You'll be visiting there quite often. I go there 2 or 3 times a week, it seems like. It's where our Korean Fighter Program Management Office is located, so our ROC counterparts are over there. And I go over and visit Colonel Kim and Seek and several others that you'll come to know here very soon is situated over there. There, the gym, or the locker rooms rather, and the ball field. Here, soccer and football field are here, and of course in the fall they'll have all those events starting up, and it's kind of fun to come over and watch the games and that type of thing. Let me know whatever other questions you might have on the high school. Again, the convenience is, and there are so many things really at Yongsan that are convenient. The convenience is that your children won't have to travel very far at all to go to school. And there's a shuttle bus system that runs continuously, and a lot of the kids just use that as to kind of substitute for their school bus, or whatever arrangements you set up for transportation. It makes it very convenient. Now, the sideline to this too is that to give you an idea of how nice it is to have it right here on Yongsan, where you'll be living, is they bus the kids up from Osan, the high schoolers up from Osan every day during the school year. And Osan, even though it's only about 30 miles away from us, the traffic, it can take them 2.5 hours at a stretch sometimes. And so we kind of count our blessings for our high school kids here. It makes it much simpler for them. Okay, let's go up and get Dragon Hill Lodge here, and I'll get the outside of that and give you an idea of what that place looks like. Dragon Hill, let me just pan the high school a little bit more here. Administration, I believe, right there. Yeah. I understand the school is pretty good overall. It's a good Dodds school for the most part. Okay, on to Dragon Hill. We're standing just to the front edge of the Dragon Hill facility here, Dragon Hill Lodge, it's known as. 9 floors. We've got you all booked in there. I think I identified that to you in the letter. So this is where you'll stay when you arrive. We'll have someone pick you up, Mr. Yoon. We'll meet you. I'm sure others will be meeting your family when you come in. Kimpo, which it's about 35-40 minutes away if Seoul traffic is in your favor. Hopefully it will be. And so we'll pick your family up, deliver them right to Dragon Hill Lodge, and you go right in and register, check in, and you're squared away. Yeah, have nice double room type setup, a suite type setup that we've booked for you. I believe it's $120 a day, which you're reimbursed through TLA, temporary living allowance. So, but as I was mentioning a few minutes ago, Dragon Hill has everything. It really does. It's tailor shops, gift shops, convenience store. There's a little mini PX like Shopette in there. Just food courts, restaurants, all kinds of things. So it's very nice. You won't feel bad about staying there at all. In fact, it's a real fun experience. Hopefully you won't be staying in too long though, and you'll be able to move into a house relatively soon after you arrive. But again, that's just to give you an idea. Now, I'll go ahead and fade out here. In this same area is what used to be the old 8th Army Officers Club, known as the Banquet Conference Center. Let me fade, and I'll start up on that here as we go. Just a moment, please. Shot of the Banquet Conference Center. Now, we had our last KFP program management review here in April, and we've booked it again for next year in '94, April '94 time frame. And so you'll be working with the folks here, Miss Pak, and the general manager, but primarily with Miss Pak to set things up. In fact, that's the room there. We had about 85 people in attendance, and that's the conference room right there, the outside of it anyway, where we had the people. Now this is just to use the phrase again, a stone's throw from Dragon Hill Lodge. So we're able to book all of our visiting folks, not contractors now, we can't do that, but all of our US DOD people in Dragon Hill Lodge. And so the convenience of being able to meet here, they could get up, they could walk over to the meeting conference room, they could have separate individual meetings in their rooms later during the day and the evenings, what have you. It just made it very convenient. And so hopefully you can do the same thing this next PMR in April '94, and it made it so convenient for transportation. It was real easy. Just have to line up all the billeting requirements, but I'll talk to you all about that. And it'll make it very simple for you. Now, right next to this, too, right next to the Banquet Conference Center, walk up here. Let me fade for a second, and there's a nice swimming pool. Let me pan that just for a second. Looking down from the Banquet Conference Center, again in the same area as Dragon Hill Lodge, which I can move over a bit and give you kind of some perspective on that. There's Dragon Hill right there. Is this nice Olympic-sized pool. It's a beautiful swimming pool, beautiful area, and we like to use that during the season. It's a neat place. In fact, I think my daughter Kayla starts her swimming lessons here tomorrow on the 16th of August. So, but it's a very nice facility, and I'm sure you'll enjoy it. Now, there is another swimming pool, Olympic-sized pool, over by the high school. So there are 2 large outdoor swimming pools, And there's also an indoor swimming pool, so you can swim year-round over on Main Post. Is where the indoor one is located. And they have certain hours and things like that, but I can show you that, tell you all about that later. But the convenience, again, I keep using that same word, is that they've got these facilities available, and they're very, very nice for the most part. Again, for 2 years, they should be more than adequate for you. Okay, signing off. I think it's we'll go over to the Just Mag Club and shoot that for a few minutes, and then go on over to Main Post and shoot a couple facilities over there. Then we'll get this tape on to you and your family. Okay, fading out for now. I think I'll go take a swim. Before we head over to Main Post, let me also mention that a couple of very nice tennis courts right next to Dragon Hill. Kind of sandwiched between Dragon Hill Lodge and the swimming pool we just saw. So if you're a tennis player, any of your family plays tennis, bring your rackets along and enjoy that for sure. Okay, before we do go to Main Post, in fact, I think I'm kind of getting ahead of myself a little bit. I'll run over to South Post Chapel and briefly take a shot of that. And then I think I might walk up to Hearthstone House too and give you a picture of that, and then Just Mag, and then we'll go over to Main Post. So we'll head on over to South Post Chapel right now. And here's the signpost for South Post Chapel to kind of give you an idea of the services, the Catholic, Protestant, and Jewish services that they have available. And this is location of South Post Chapel is just right across the street from Dragon Hill. I mean, it's a 5-minute walk from Dragon Hill Lodge where you'll be staying when you first get here. And it's a real beautiful chapel. It's really, really a nice sanctuary. Neat place. Now, it's also, I should say that it is just adjacent to the high school facility too. So that there's a high school building for you to get some kind of perspective here. And then right over there is Dragon Hill Lodge. So I'm just doing a 360 turn here for you. Okay. Alrighty. Well, let's walk up. We'll walk right through this corridor area over here, and that'll take us right up the hill to to Hearthstone House. So I'll pan that, and then we'll go get the Just Mag Club and run across to Main Post. Okay. Hearthstone House, a very nice club to join too. A little bit more upscale, if you will. The membership is $20 a month. Will run you $20 a month. Now, one of the nice benefits that they have at Hearthstone House, and one of our guys in our office was a member of the Hearthstone House. He and his wife used to enjoy coming over and seeing their movies. Watching, they have their own little movie theater, their own private movie theater here. So, and they would get some of the fairly recent movies and what have you, and then have private showings, and you could book that and make kind of a nice evening out of it. So it's something to consider. It's a nice place. Plus, they have one of the best Sunday brunches, if not the best Sunday brunch around. So you might want to consider that. Again, just an option, and again, just very close by Dragon Hill, just a stone's throw from Dragon Hill Lodge. Okay, we'll go over to see the Just Mag Club and then run over to Main Post. Just behind the Just Mag Club, well, you'll be spending a lot of time here. Hopefully you will. It's a neat place. The headquarters usually gets together for a couple of functions a month. Usually a membership night, and then they're always on Friday nights. Usually a membership night, and then a chief's call, which is like otherwise known as a commander's call. And we combine that with a hail and farewell, where we meet and greet new folks and say goodbye to the folks that have been here for a while. But it's a neat little club. Now there's a glass enclosure, a patio that's being put on the back of this, and there's a view of Yongsan Tower, which is like a needle type of tower. It's absolutely beautiful when it's lit up at night and what have you. And the club has an exclusive view of that. And so that patio area, that enclosure, will be done when you folks get here. So that'll be really exciting to see. But it's a neat club. Doc, Mr. San, affectionately known as Doc, runs the place. and you'll be, like I say, you'll be pretty well involved with the club. Hopefully, it's a real nice atmosphere. Wednesday nights they've got make your own pizza night. That we're always trying to get different variety in the menu, and it's just a fun place to gather. It really is. Okay, with that, let's run on over to Main Post. I thought of another facility I should probably show you too. If y'all like going to the movies, Balboni Theater is located very near the Just Mag headquarters building. Very near, as in like 3 or 4 minutes walk from it. And it's a good sized theater. I don't know what the seating capacity is, but you can tell it's a somewhat of a perspective here. It's a fairly good sized facility. They usually get the movies in not too long after they break in the States. Marcia and I aren't avid moviegoers. Again, with the young kids and what have you at home, we do a lot of videos. I would recommend too, if I haven't mentioned this before, that a videotape machine is going in our house almost constantly. It seems like we bought a lot of videotapes since we've been here, and would recommend, if you have any favorites, with the one channel with AFKN, Air Force or Armed Forces Korea Network, slip should be Air Force, but you know. But Armed Forces Korea Network, you have the one channel, and they do a pretty good job of programming and getting a pretty good variety. But hey, it helps to have those tapes every now and again too. And when things are kind of slow on AFKN, you can pop in a movie or whatever for your family. So, like I say, it's pretty good theater, and it's kind of a nice way to relax and enjoy some movies there. There's a little picnic area right next to a shopette and a deli. It's located in here. The shopette's pretty well stocked. The deli, like to come over and get donuts for the group every now and again, that type of thing. It's a pretty nice little setup there. So let's walk over to the Just Mag headquarters building, and I'll pan that, and then we'll walk down or drive down to the PX, and I'll get some footage down there, and then I think we'll pretty much wrap this videotape up and get it off to you. And then any other questions that you might have, or anything Mike or you or your family want me to go back and film again, or get different pictures of, or inside of certain facilities, I can sure do that too. Just let me know. Okay, so let's go over and look at the Just Mag building. Okay. That from the Just Mag K Club, from the Chief's Mess there, they have a really spectacular view of Namsan Tower. And it's an observation tower that is really fun to go up in. They have kind of a little museum type area up there. There's an observatory, a little observation deck, and it's really kind of nice. If you can catch clear days in Seoul, which are kind of few and far between, although they seem to be getting a little bit better, it's fun to buzz up there with your family and go check things out, check the view out, and it's kind of an interesting little diversion. You can see the top of the Just Mag building here that we'll be walking over to now. So I thought I'd just give you that quick scene. Headquarters building 1666, where you'll be working. Our Air Force Directorate is located upstairs, back over this way. But let me walk right on up here for just a moment. This building has a lot of history behind it. It used to be a hospital for the Japanese occupied Korea. Not that many years ago. Now we have a wall inside there on the first floor, right along here, that has a lot of the history in photos, in pictures. So I think you'll find that kind of interesting. It's kind of an interesting history to go through and take some time to read. But that's our Just Mag building right there. Okay. Right next to the Just Mag headquarters building is the USA Federal Credit Union. I mentioned earlier we've got Merchants Bank located both on South and Main Post, and this is the only credit union facility that I'm aware of on the post. We'll be walking right over to Memorial Chapel too. I'll show you that. That's the next facility over to Just Mag Building. Memorial Chapel, and as I mentioned earlier, it's just a couple of buildings down from Just Mag headquarters. Very beautiful chapel. Very nice facility. Okay, so let's head down to the post exchange. Post exchange area. This is a new facility, 1 hour photoplex that just went in. It's kind of nice, kind of convenient. Just kind of going around 360-degree circle here. That's the townhouse. There, as you can see, there's Anthony's Pizza. It's kind of partially blocked there. Anthony's Pizza. There's a cafeteria-style restaurant in there. And then there's also the townhouse restaurant that you order off a regular menu. And they have a nice brunch on Sundays also. I mentioned brunch earlier with Hearthstone House. Now Dragon Hill has a terrific brunch too, so you'll enjoy that, I'm sure. Okay, just kind of panning around. This is what's known as the Robin Hood store. They have a video rental in there. They've also got a sandwich shop called Robin Hood, and they feature kind of sub sandwiches and that type of thing. There's also a little shopette facility in there too. Now they have a couple little stores over on this side here, little sweater shop, shirt shops and things like that. There's new car sales there. You see Chrysler, Jeep, what have you. Down there you can go talk to dealers or to representatives there if you want to order a vehicle and pick it up when you get home or what have you. Okay, coming around the circle, there's the P is blocked, but that's the post exchange. They're always having some kind of sale, it seems like, and so we're never complaining too much about that. It's a pretty good size exchange, actually. It's not too bad. It gets frustrating kind of dealing with the folks occasionally. They try real hard, but it's a pretty good setup. I think, again, for the short time you're going to be here, it's not too bad. It's not too bad. And they try to keep a lot of things in stock. Now they've got a lot of, they do the computers and the CDs, electronics, all that type of thing, or you can purchase out of there. Now come panning around, there's a lot of like a Sloppy Joe shop there, sandwich shop, hot dogs and things, right next to the AP's bookstore. So I'll just continue kind of going around here, and some barracks there, and back to the photo shop to give you more perspective now. Right down that street, just there and to the left, beyond those barracks, is where the main merchants bank is located. So it's just very short distance from the PX. Signing off for now. Close to the PX. So I thought we'd just shoot that real quick for you. Pretty nice facility, not bad. Older facility, but not bad. Certainly adequate for the needs. Now, the post office is located right back in here. I'm sorry we can't get too good of a view. Walk over and get a little better view. Yeah, here's just in those doors is the main post office. Now there's a post office over in South Post also, and I'll take that here. Now this is a building called the Gallery. It's kind of a big department store type facility, really. There are a lot of individual stalls. There's the airlines have some offices in here. There's a watchmaker. A lot of the shops from Itaewon, or that sell the same types of things from Itaewon, are represented in here, and for about the same price. It's kind of a nice under one roof type of facility. You can go in and look at a lot of different varieties, clothes and brass and picture frames and tapes and all mink blankets and all kinds of things. So that's a nice little facility. South Post again, and one of the places I forgot to show you here before is called the Chosen Gift Shop. Now it's a real popular place because they have groups that go out, wives that go out, ladies that kind of tour around the Pacific and buy all kinds of interesting items and bring them back for sale here. And they're open on Wednesdays and Saturdays from 10 to 3. and it's real popular. They do a lot of interesting types of gifts and very unique types of things that you can pick up, and it's a very popular place to come and shop on Wednesdays and especially on Saturdays. They also feature wicker. We've bought some wicker, Philippine wicker, and some camphor chests. That's a real big thing. Now, kind of around in the same court here is a performing arts center, it's known as. Right now we're getting ready for a big exercise here, and they're supporting that. But Performing Arts Center throughout the year puts on quite a few plays that we've attended and really have enjoyed those a lot. They're a very professional type organization. If you're into that kind of thing, I think you would really enjoy it. Now, just adjacent to them, to the Performing Arts Center here is a burger bar. There's kind of a pizza place in there too, Atheist Pizza. And right next to that is, lo and behold, the 31 Flavors. Oh my goodness. Never visited there myself. Oh, no, that's a lie. Visited there many times. It's very enjoyable. And then my battery went out there. I had to switch batteries. But Four Seasons is right next to 31 Flavors, Performing Arts Center, and all in this particular little complex here over on South Post. And Four Seasons, they have a lot of toys. They have bicycles. There's a separate bicycle shop here. Again, that's not too far. It's just right in the same area here as Four Seasons. But they sell bicycles. They've got some garden tools and that type of thing. Toys. Just a whole variety of things. They kind of move their merchandise around, lawn furniture, patio furniture, that kind of thing. You just have to kind of keep checking with them, see what they have. So a lot of sporting goods items and things like that. Now in Comiskey's that I showed you earlier on the tape too, there's kind of a sporting goods shop in the Comiskey's facility there too. That features golf clubs, tennis rackets, some weights, and things like that. Now these guys sell some of the same things, some sporting goods types of things, but Comiskey's place features clubs and rackets and that type of deal. So I guess that pretty much about wraps it up, folks. I'm sure there's a whole lot more I could show you. Now I could do a separate tape of Itaewon itself, but you know, it's a big, it's just a huge shopping, or not huge shopping area, but it's a long drag, a long strip of shops, specialty shops, and in the 3 years that Marcia and I have been here, we've never, I don't think anybody could ever visit all the little shops and nooks and crannies that are available down at Itaewon, and it's fun just to go exploring down there. It's just adjacent to Itaewon Acres housing area, so it's very simple to get to. You park your car on the lot there. Right next to the service station, I might add, and just walk through the little revolving gate, little guard post there, and then across the street you're down in Itaewon. So if I have an opportunity, and if you'd like, I can take the video camera down there at a later time and shoot some footage down there. But it's fun to just go explore. I guess what I've tried to do with this tape most of all is to give you a real good feeling for what. Or at least a taste of what's available on Yongsan. Yongsan is, I like to refer to it as kind of a little America. There's so much here. Again, for the 2 years that you'll be here, or even longer, it's more than adequate. I mean, the facilities are they're not quite like the States, but you're not in the States, but still they're very good. With the addition of Dragon Hill Lodge and really quality facilities like that, it's kind of tough to complain. It really is. Other than the usual frustrations of being overseas. But oh, and Marcia wanted me to add too. Previously, when we went through the house, I mentioned that the 3 bedrooms are all upstairs. She corrected me and said, "Hey, there are some in each of the buildings. There are a certain amount of 3-bedroom facilities, 3-bedroom homes that are downstairs also." So, hey you guys, welcome. The land of the morning clam, you know. Doesn't get any better. But some more happy campers. But so she wanted me to correct that. So you could be on a ground floor level unit. Just kind of hard to say. We'll just have to see what's available when you get here. Secondly, on the curtains too, I'd forgotten they're now installing mini blinds instead of curtains. So if you want to install curtains or bring your own curtains, let me know that. We can probably get some dimensions for you for window coverings or what have you, and we'll go from there. So again, I hope this is giving you a pretty good feel, pretty good idea for what you can expect. It's a pretty good place. It's not bad to get short tour credit. There are a lot worse places you could be, that's for sure. And at least you'll have your family with you, and that's a real big benefit. So, okay, well, signing off for now, Mike and Mike's family. I hope you've enjoyed this. Sorry I kind of jumped around a little bit. There is a lot to see. I probably should have mapped everything out in advance and what have you, but I was anxious to just get this done and get it on the wire to you. So please let me know if there's anything else you want me to videotape to get to, okay? Or if there's anything else you need, let me know. See you later. Bye-bye now.